Good morning everyone. I'm coming on just to share with you some of the projects that I've been making with the items that I got from Nbeads, and just to show you the quality of the particular items that I got. So today I'm going to concentrate on the crafting side of things. So the double-sided foam tape, the two dies that I got, and the stencils. And then I'll come on another time to show you the beads and what I've been doing with those. So first of all, I thought we'd just think about the double-sided foam tape, and let's see how that works. I've just got a simple tag here with some layering elements on it. So I'm just going to put some of this tape on the back and let's see how we go. So first thing I'd say is that it is very sticky, extremely sticky. As you can see, very, very sticky. So it is good. Let me see if I can break it with my fingers. Yeah, I can. But it is so sticky that it sticks to your fingers and everything. But it doesn't. Well, at least this time round, it hasn't stretched like sometimes. They can do if you've got. And then to take off the backing, that's relatively simple, and the backing is kind of like a waxed paper, which so it's the outer surface is shiny. So let's take those off, just push that in a bit. Let's put this on here, line them up, and it is quite thick. So this particular tag that I'm layering up actually comes with 6 layers, but that would be far too big for this tape, because it's probably about 2 millimeters thick. Let's have a look. It's it's actually 3 millimeters thick, so it is quite thick. Okay, so I'm just going to layer up the second one. So yeah, it does kind of stick to your scissors, and it doesn't make for very easy cutting. But as I said, you can break it with your fingers if you prefer. And there's the taking it off, and just going to stick this down. Okay, there we are. So it holds very well. It's great adhesiveness. Well, there's nothing wrong with it apart from it being so sticky, which in crafting terms is not a bad idea. For me, it's a little bit thick, but I think they do have other thicknesses, and I went for this one. I don't know why I went for this one, but anyway, I think something a little bit thinner would probably have been better for me. But if you want something as thick as 3 millimeters, then it works very well. So that's the tape. So not much more I can say about that. So then the next thing I got was this die, which is a hedgehog, a mouse, and a snail. And I'm just going to show you how it cuts out first. I've left all the pieces together because they're quite small and fiddly. And I've just got my little die cutter here. So I'll just put it through once. Yeah, sorry, everything behind the camera has collapsed. Right, okay, there we are. So just put it through the once, and as you can see, it has cut out beautifully. This card is 160 GSM, this white card, and there are all the bits. These little white bits you can see are the eyes, but for me they were too fiddly. And so there were 2 bits for the hedgehog, 2 bits for the snail, and then the mouse has the leaf there. And as you can see, they cut out with no problem at all. They came out of the die, you know, without any effort. So I was really pleased with those. So I'll just show you an example of what I've made with this. So I made this card as a welcome to your new home card. And at the bottom, I've placed the characters. So there's the hedgehog and the snail, and then the mouse with the leaf in his hand. So they are quite small, but they're great as embellishments, and I'm very happy with this die. It's yeah, I've got no problems with it at all, and as you can see, it really cuts out very well. So I'll just put that back in its packet so as not to lose. Oh no, this is its packet here. I've got a few here that I've already cut out, ready for another moment. Of course, you know, leaving them all together does mean that you're a bit restricted about cutting them out in colours, but that doesn't matter. I don't mind colouring up, or I don't mind using different colours to colour up the, you know, you can do mix and match with the 3 characters. So there we are. So that's that one. And then the other die I got was this one, which is a poppy. Okay, and I'll just show you how it cuts out. So let's pop it on here. So something with a bit of colour. Blue will show, because I think the white one is probably the best to show you. So this is how it cuts out. The poppy flower cuts out separately, and there's a leaf as well which cuts out separately here. I haven't got it in white, and also the center of the poppy cuts out separately. So you've got the poppy leaves, and it's not a bud, it's gone over, who knows, it's a poppy seed case. You've got a flat separate flower, a separate leaf, and then this is the center of the flower, so like this. So I'll just show you how this cuts out. I have tried it with several different thicknesses of paper and card. I haven't had a problem with it cutting, but I have had a little bit of a problem getting the things out of the die. But I'll just show you how that cuts out. So it's a little bit delicate in places. So the loose leaf and the stalk, obviously, and for this one I'm going to put it through twice, just because the card is a little bit on the thick side. So you can see here that it has cut out perfectly, and you take the die off. You see it's a bit sticky. If any of you have any tips for that, I'd be very grateful. And then I'll go with my puzzle tool, and then to get it out of the die is a little bit tricky, but that doesn't matter. So here comes the flower. Okay, so there's the flower, and we'll do that came out very easily, the middle. Here's the leaf. Again, you see they are a little bit intricate, so you know, to make use of all these little holes that are provided. Anyway, so then that's popped out. So there's the leaf, right, and then the rest of the die is here. I have to say it is getting a bit easier with use, so it may just be that there was some product on it or something which is keeping it stuck It's definitely a lot easier this time round. And there is the stalk. So I'm just going to show you what I made with this card. I've made this card here, and this is, as you can see, I've cut out 2 poppies. This I cut out in white and coloured it with watercolor. I'm not quite sure whether this should be pink or not, whether there should be a poppy on there. I'm not quite sure because it doesn't look like a poppy flower to me, but anyway, but this definitely looks like a seed pod to me up here. So, but I think it's come out quite nicely. It's a reasonable length. Let's just get the ruler out again. So from top to bottom, it is, well, that's because I put that up there, but anyway, putting that up there is 3 1/4 inches. So it's a reasonable size for an A6 card, and I think, you know, it's quite adaptable. It's quite versatile because I have cut it out in red and green, so you know I can now layer it up with a red poppy and etc etc. So so that's the dies, and I'm just going to pause a moment while I get the rest of the things sorted. Just hold on a second. Okay, so the final thing I want to show you this morning is the stencils. So I got these 3 stencils, if you remember. So this one, which is roses and some other flowers at the bottom, and I've had a little practice and I've done some of them. So this rose here, that's this one, so that's come out like that. And then this flower here is that one here in the bottom, and then this flower has come out like this. So I really like them. They're very easy to use, and I think they are very effective. They look nice once they've been stenciled. So that's one. And the other one that I've stenciled out is this one. So I did the whole stencil as it was. So I just wanted to see what it looked like, and this is how it's come out. Let's see if we can get it all in picture. There we are. So this really is quite big. It's 7.5 inches by just under 6 in total. So to use it as a, you know, on a card or something is going to be a bit difficult, but can use elements from it, like the butterflies and you know, just a bit of a flower or whatever, and then it would look nice perhaps as a book cover or something like that, or indeed as a picture. So I'm quite happy with the stencils. The third stencil I got was this one, which is also quite big. I haven't actually stenciled anything out with this one yet, but I will do later. But I thought what might be nice is just to show you the stencil in action, and so I've chosen to use this one, the one with the roses, and I've got a piece of card here, so I'm just going to stick that down so that it doesn't move. And I thought I'll show you, maybe we'll do the rose, maybe we'll do a different rose, or perhaps we'll do all of this. Maybe that would be nice. So as I say, I'm just going to stick that down, and I just used a brush for the stencil, and I used a mixture of Memento ink and distress ink for the colors. So for the leaves, for the leaves I've got this bundled sage, so let's see how that goes. So for the leaves and the stalks, so I like the fact that it is quite big, because it does mean that you've got plenty of space for, you know, so that you don't sort of go over the other parts of the stencil. Although I know you can mask them off or whatever, but you don't have to go through that process with this. So I'm not the world's best at stenciling. I'm quite new to this, and this is why I got these stencils, thinking that it would be, you know, a good way to come out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I have got some other products, you know, like some mousses and things which I could use. So this, what I'm using at the moment, is bundled sage distress oxide. And as you can see, it isn't moving. I've only secured it in one place, but it's not moving on the paper, which I think is good. And giving that a good round. And now I'm going to come in with some pink. I'm just looking for a piece of paper to clean my brush on. There we go. So let's put the lid on that. Oops. Let's move this up so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so here we are. So this is Rosebud Memento ink. So let's see. And it goes on really well. And love it. So we've got 4 roses. So let's just fill those in. The material that the stencil's made of is quite sturdy. It's very sturdy, in fact. You know, the whole stencil is not slippery at all. It's not flimsy. So I think it's very good quality. So let's take this off and see what we've got. Oh wow, that's beautiful. So that's what this particular part of the stencil comes out like, which is really nice. And so yeah, I think, you know, they're very good. They could easily be used to make cards with, as well as other projects. And then I just want to show you how easily it cleans. So I've got a bit of, as you know, we always get a bit of ink on the stencil. So I've just got a baby wipe here, and I'm just going to rub the baby wipe over the stencil. And it's like new. It's like new. Not a bit of dye anywhere. So there we are. So that's my review of these parts of my of what I got from Nbeads, and I have to say that I'm very pleased with everything. The only thing I would say is that tape is a little bit on the sticky side, but better to be sticky than not sticky. And if you can cope with that, then it's well worth the reduced price and everything. It's very very cheap and a good bargain. So thank you all for watching. As I said, I'll be back in another moment to share with you the jewellery making. Haven't quite got round to putting the things together yet, but that won't be too long in the future. And thank you. And if you are interested in going over to Nbeads and buying anything, either these things or other things on their website, all the products that I've used and that I got will be in the description box below, together with a discount code that you can use, $3 off if you spend $24. So it's a fair saving. And yeah, I'm really pleased with their service, with everything, and the quality of their goods. So thank you, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.